entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. It's midnight in the Marshaverse, starring Marsha Warfield and her two sons, Roberts and Skillz Hudson, as the problem child.
Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Good today meets tomorrow. And then right now, this is the witching hour where we welcome you to midnight in the Marshaverse. And where we have our own little universe set up because the one uh, y'all live in and we all live in is really fucked up right now. And we're going to get into that and talk about that. But we'd like to welcome you in. Join me for some refreshments. We like to have a little cannabis and cognac to get things started. I do. I don't know what they're going to do. I think some people might be eating Oreos and somebody else might be, uh, popping popcorn. Whatever gets you through this part of the night, as long as we don't have to watch you, do what you want to do. Okay, so tonight, last week we were doing this same show and had some technical difficulties. So we had to start all over again with a whole new set of refreshments. And I think last week I had some white henny trying to kill the last of it. I didn't. And this week I want something hard hitting and help you get through this madness. So I have some in honor of Beyonce and Jay Z, and Beyonce winning her country album Grammy last night, in fact, or night before. I don't know, one of them. Anyway, we're gonna have some Duke. I don't even think they're involved with it anymore, but what the fuck? So here we go for look, 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 look. Uh, Light one, not too stiff, just a little light one. Oh, and say hello to Kim Whitley as a girl group on my shirt. She gave it to me and wrote a nice little um, uh, and what inscription autograph on it. I would read it, but I can't read upside down over my tits. So it says nice stuff because she's my friend. And to go with the cognac, I feel silly. We're gonna have a little uh, church. This is a church battery and cartridge, and I think it's called the strain is called Jealousy, and it's supposed to be a hybrid weed strain made by crossing Sherbert BX1 with Gelato 41, and was selected for the light Leafly strain of the year in 2022. It's known for its balancing effects, and reviewers on Leafly have smoked this strain say it makes them feel mentally relaxed, but physically energetic. I can get with that. So here we go. Okay, I'm a one hitter quitter. So, um, as we all know, we are in hell right now. We are living in a dumpster fire. We are being run by a whole uh, Ronald McDonald wannabe and his clown car of just, I mean, how these people couldn't get a regular job with any company in the country, but for some reason, they're running our government and just ransacking it, and they're giddy about it. And like we're supposed to all be happy about this. And so one of the reactions to the madness, because a lot of people feel helpless, with the Republicans in charge of the House and the Senate and the executive branch and the Supreme Court, who really is the everybody want to blame somebody, but blame the Supreme Court. When they said he was immune from anything, that game over because he can do whatever he wants to anybody he wants. He's immune. That's the silliest shit. However, that's the reality we find ourselves in. And so they're running roughshod over all of the government agencies that have anything to do with attending to American citizens who are not white men. And we tend to look at it like, oh, they're doing this to us, they're doing this to them. No, they're doing it to everybody who's not a white man. In fact, there was one of the appointees said we need more competent white men in charge, but we have too many DEI. I don't have the link up here. Just Google competent white men. I'm sure he's going to come up, and we might be able to show you his quote. But the funny thing is, you claim to want competent white men in charge, but you can't seem to find any. So you're really settling for any old white man will do, and now we're all living in your delusion. It's insane. These people have no idea where the bathrooms are, and I don't even think they know what to do when they get in there. So anyway, they're canceling all the uh, DEI, and for some reason find to object about being woke. Being woke is a bad thing. So y'all telling me you all sleepwalking through life with your eyes closed and expect not to get hit by a car or some stupid shit? What is wrong with you? It's like the explanations for their madness are even madder than the reality that they're trying to shift the blame of. So with all of those tools in their hand and a corporate raider kind of guy because uh, of the many things that Elon Musk is. One of them is he has takes companies and then just cuts everything out of them that he don't like and gets down to bare bones and then sends out whatever they turn out. But he's doing that now with our government, with and not just the government, all the money. He's got access to all the money. He's got people in there to kick everybody out and just put some dudes he knows in there on cots. This is really happening to do whatever the hell they're doing with our information and money and country. On top of that, homeboy has decided that Gaza is a vacant lot, and so he's going to evict. He's going to evict everybody. It's not funny, but when the president of the United States is looking at global crises as uh, opportunities to build gaudy businesses that he's going to bankrupt, then you just gotta laugh because there are people who defend this kind of thing. So they're cutting DEI, they're cutting they want the Department of Education gone. They want the Department of everything gone, but the Department of Trump. He was a terrible TV host, but now he wants to TV host the country. And we are so desensitized, we expect TV results. We expect that he's going to come in like Olivia Pope on Scandal and take over B16 and wrap up like these intricate global conflicts before the last commercial. And so everybody's pulling their hair out because they haven't figured out that, this shit is a lot more complicated than you thought. And you probably need people who know what they're doing and not people who think that they can run shit because we need any old white man to take over for those incompetent, all other people. One of the results from black women, a lot of black women have decided to band under this 92% title that we black women voted for Kamala Harris, 92% of the women who voted, black women. And had everybody listened to us, we wouldn't be in this situation. So, since being a black woman means that traditionally you're at the bottom of everybody's uh, totem pole, to borrow a phrase from the Native Americans, white women think they're better than you. Black men think they're better than you. White men think they're better than everybody. And so we're used to sitting back, laying in the cut and going, we see your moves and taking appropriate action with the tools we have. So had you listened to us, we wouldn't be here. So a lot of black women are tired. They're disengaging. They're drinking tea and smoking cigarettes. Not smoking, but just sitting back, kicked back with their legs crossed, saying, "I ain't helping this time." Because y'all always do this. You always let your mouth get you in trouble that you can't fix, and then turn around and go, "What? uh, Can you help us?" And we always do what we got to do. But at this point, we've decided to do for us. Now, I don't know how much you can do when you're in a system. If everybody lived in the Marshaverse, disengaging from other people's madness would be a lot easier than the fact that the Marshaverse has to exist in loony ass Crazyville. But what one of the things they decided to do was, since you won't don't want to teach Black history, you want to stop DEI, you want to put limits on our information and everything, and just uh, shut us up. The Black women on TikTok decided to start their own university. It started as it was an accident. Uh, One of the professors um, put her syllabus and everything on TikTok for her students, and she wasn't thinking of everybody. So she wanted her students to enroll and do whatever you have to do on TikTok. Well, she has 30 students. 400,000 people signed up. She was like, I can't do this. Then all these other educators started volunteering. I'll help. I'll help. I'll put my class online. I'll put a class online. And so all of these people got together and founded Human Talk. And it's having its growing pains any uh, uh, situation this big would have if people took it seriously, and people are taking it seriously. And it's fascinating to watch people say, "You don't have to teach me. We're going to chitlin circuit this thing." And I've been harping on the beauty of the chitlin circuit, and how, see, whatever we do gets minimized and shoved in a circuit in a corner when people tell you about it. But when you take it out and look at it, it's a wonderful thing. The chitlin circuit is part of what Henry Louis Gates did a documentary about, the black networks that were formed traditionally in this country because we weren't allowed access to the mainstream. And while these networks don't get a lot of coverage together, like you might hear about this one or that one. My dad was in the Masons, my whatever. But when you look at it, you see that throughout American history, Black people have had their own networks and infrastructure, so that we had our own culture. People call it a subculture, but it was not. It was a parallel culture. And so whenever you think, there was no way and we made a way out of no way, all those are in that network of the Chitlin Circuit, and these women and men on TikTok are Chitlin Circuit in universities. A university. That's the most brilliant, amazing thing I've seen collectively ever. And I hope that it catches on and that more people get involved and take advantage of the information that's being given and appreciate just what that means. Strangers on the internet took an opportunity that presented itself that they could not have anticipated, ran with it, made a way out of nowhere. You don't want to teach us? Fine, we'll teach ourselves. And I got some links, to highlight who this is and where this is. So if you have anything to contribute or if there's something you want to participate in, I want you to have access because see the answer to the madness is to get louder. The tendency is to just let it happen. Get louder because you're giving away your power, and your voice is the most powerful weapon you have. So we want you to not feel intimidated, and even if you choose to disengage, understand that that's your power and that's your decision. And I choose not to participate. I hope you do. We need you. We need your voice. We need your commitment, your energy. We need that, all together energy. So, uh, because what we're facing, and I put a meme up. I made a meme of uh, don't forget to set your clocks back to January 6, 1861, because the whole goal here is to take us back to before the South lost the Civil War. That's what make America great again means. It wasn't when we elected a black president that they lost their mind. This country lost its mind after the Civil War. The South lost its mind. And it's been plotting to rise again since then. And whatever they do to rise again is going to diminish and oppress uh, lots of people. So um, recognize that and understand, put yourself in the same position your family, your ancestors were in before the South lost the Civil War, when you were rebellious, when you didn't see a way and found ways, when you saw the moves and the game because you were living it. And see, people think because of what's been depicted that somehow enslaved people were stupid and just really believed that white folks were better and that they had. This is the madness. Those black people saw the same shit you see. They saw it clearer than you do. And so just because the movies be like, we so poor, we so black, you know good and well your auntie and her mama and wasn't don't they didn't talk like that to you. They didn't talk like that to nobody else. They got together when wasn't nobody listening and said, "We got to get the fuck up out of here. How we gonna do? Let me bring you." They made plans. They plotted. They had strategies because they saw the game, just like the young people saw the game. The ones who formed the chitlin circuits, just like the hip hop rappers saw the game and found a way. And so understand, no matter what they do, you're not helpless. You have power. You have more power than you know you have. So while they want you to set your clocks back, play along, but do your thing. And for information, Hillman Talk, if you don't want to get in, the Hillman Talk University. If you don't want to do that, please don't forget about your Black History museums and your Black galleries and bookstores that will be repositories and preservers of our humanity, and are just the one of the most precious resources we have. And the beauty of whatever access we have right now to the internet is we still have access to all of these places uh, right on our phones, right on whatever you're watching me now. So if you can't go, look it up, If you can go, make donations, make sure they stay alive, because that's where woke thrives, where DEI lives. You, you and I have the power to kind of help make those things stay relevant and stay alive. So now is a part of the show where I get to have a drink with a good friend or a new friend or an old friend. This week it's a little all of those. I've known this man for a while, you know, but we never sat down and chopped it up and all that kind of stuff. We'd see each other at functions and showbiz smooth. Hi, honey, hi. But now we're here and we could talk and have a drink and you can meet him. He's a very funny man and I'm honored that he's here with us. Say hello to Buddy Lewis. Buddy motherfucking Lewis. Hey.
Yeah, you see how I had that dramatic chair turn?
Yeah,
That was the dramatic chair turn into the scene.
I was what do you call it? Intimidated. I was intimidated. You saw me freeze.
Oh yeah.
What you drinking on tonight?
I got the special glass. See, you got your little
I
special
see.
glass. Yeah, see that'll hold your cigar too. See, you got
Uh-oh.
the special glass. Right. I am drinking on a little Amaretta on ice. Yes.
Okay.
I'm with a splash of vodka.
Ooh. You fucked up that little nice aperitif.
Yes.
Made it hardcore.
Hey, listen, that Amaretta and vodka is it's like diet. It's like a cherry Coke with a kick to your face.
Okay. Okay.
What's
Country
going on?
mule.
You know what? I wore something special for you, Marsha. I wore
Oh,
something very special for you. I
is it a
want to show
condom?
you. Yeah, no, that's on another day, another show.
Okay.
But this right here, I thought I'd give you something. Your old
Oh,
friend. I thought I'd
yeah.
show it, pay homage to an old friend and a mentor and a legend. I said,
And a legend. Yeah.
because see, people don't know this about Marsha Warfield. See, they don't know. I watched you on that show as the lady reporter when Richard Pryor played the black president. People don't know that, but you
Roberta
represent
baby.
Jet magazine.
Yes. Magazine.
Yes, that was one of the best television shows that was way before its time. It was Dave Chappelle, Key and Peele. It was all of that before they even got there. The Richard Pryor show was a brilliant piece of work, and
We
you were
got
part of that history.
we got our validation in show business from Richard Pryor.
Yeah,
The Paul Mooney said we can cast this show from the Comedy Store. There's people we know people who could do it. You got to go through all that stuff. So he did. He
right,
just
right,
they
right.
would the part would come up. He say, "You want to do so and so?" I said, "Yeah." So we
I
got our union cards. We got
mean,
our entree into real show business. Robin Williams. Tim was already working. Tim Reed was already
Tim
working.
Reed,
Brad Sanders. Uh,
Brad, yeah.
who?
Uh, uh,
Spoon.
yeah, Weatherspoon.
Spoon. Yeah.
Y'all had everybody on this show, man. It was incredible. You had
Yeah.
a whole bunch of legends on that show. It was like, I mean, and when you sit down, you go, wait a minute, that's
Sandra Bernhard.
that's Sandra Bernhard. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was just a slew of comedy store / comedy period legends on that show. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
Well, we were all in all. I know I
Right.
was, and before people were getting really twisted, and like you work with Pryor, blah blah blah. Yeah, I worked with Mr. Pryor. I did not work with Richie.
Right.
Richie. We was not that kind of friends. I mean,
Right.
I knew him and I worked with him a lot, and I met him and he was always very sweet and nice. But the respect for him and where he was at the time our professional paths crossed,
Mm-hmm.
I was lucky to be there. I'd have carried, his robe.
Yeah, yeah. You and me both.
I'd have
Yeah.
been the dude that put the cape on James Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Exactly.
'Cause,
Exactly.
he was just that, and it was so sweet. His daughter, I'm just talking about his daughter, Rain, who I met when she was tiny. Um, she had posted about her father and Black history, and that he would always be an icon, and
Mm-hmm.
I wrote, Black comedy guru,
Mm.
and
Mm.
she said, "Yes, and you're one too."
Hmm.
And
Yes.
I said, "Girl, you're gonna make me cry."
Yeah.
Don't you how can you put my name in the same, sentence with Richard Pryor? And,
Come on now. You were see you gotta
mm,
when you're walking past, man, and you paving ways for other people, man. That gets you in that legendary status, Marsha. You and you are up there with the greats and the I mean the areas and people and representations that you have in comedy, man. When you talk about being Black and being a woman and being a part of the LGBTQ community, those are iconic, making just path making things you've done. And so we pay homage to you,
well, I appreciate
Marsha
that.
Warfield.
In
Yeah.
fact, you were doing a documentary about Richard?
I was doing it. You know what? I worked on a documentary about. There was one that was we were doing. I just talked to some guys that were doing one on uh not Richard, but Red. I'm trying to remember. I'm losing my mind right now.
Oh,
Um,
I know who you're talking
um,
about. I know the man. Freckles.
yes.
Uh,
Shit. I'm going. I lose my
Come
mind.
on,
Uh,
Skills. Who you
Just,
talking about?
yeah, I'm
We
losing my.
don't cut all this
This
out,
is two old ass people having
okay?
a problem right
2
now.
old ass drunk people,
Yeah,
one of
two
them
people
smoking on weed,
having a old people moment. Um,
and
God
I
damn it.
worked with him 1,000 times. He
Yeah,
always
a
goes
thousand
coming
times.
to every state, mother.
He was on the
He
we
was
called him
on
Red.
Show
Yeah,
227. He
yes.
was
Oh, I'm losing my freaking mind, man. Anyway, I did we're doing I
his
just recently
son
did a
did it. I
documentary.
did it too.
And we talked and gave some insight on him and his career. And
Ronaldo.
uh,
Ronaldo Ray.
Ronaldo Ray, god damn it, yes,
Yes.
they lose my mind. Ronaldo
Okay.
Ray. and
Ronaldo.
I did a documentary too. I'm working on one. Kim Whitley and I started a room back in the day called which is called Whacked Out Wednesdays, and I'm doing a documentary on the making of that room. I just also, you won't believe this, but Michael Williams is doing a documentary about the Comedy Act Theater. They're producing a book and a documentary. I just gave some insight about that time and period. And you were talking about the Chitlin circuit. The Comedy Act Theater was a part of that Chitlin circuit, modern day Chitlin circuit phenomenons, man, because that room started, when I say started, a slew of Black careers in the business. That was where Robin Harris was. He was the man, the myth, and the legend down there on 43rd in Leimert,
Right.
in Leimert
Yeah.
Park, and the Comedy Act Theater was an iconic place, where
Yeah.
we all got our starts. Yeah,
It was a pool.
especially me.
It got to be a pool. And I've told this story 1,000 times, but we worked in the comedy store area and the improv.
Hmm.
So we ended up doing black comedy for white audiences.
Hmm.
And there got to be a circuit of those because all those clubs started franchising. So we worked a lot of strip malls. Many times I was the only black person in town, uh,
Right.
traveling around the country by myself, going to, you know, small town USA.
how many
Robin,
how many sundown towns you get run out of?
And I did not bite my tongue.
I know, and you couldn't.
And so it was that's how I built my career. And
Right.
so the Comedy Store was a hub, because of its location, and the Improv too, so that the people who worked in Beverly Hills and Culver City, whatever, they
Mhm.
could stop by on their way to whatever fancy
Right.
neighborhood they were going to.
Mhm.
Well, when we started, there were no black people agents, managers. They were scarce as hen's teeth, just like people behind the scenes. So with people like Pryor, Cosby, Red
Mhm.
Fox, all of those people, when they got Flip Wilson, when they got opportunities, they demanded more representation because those
Mhm.
unions used to be closed. They
Right.
helped open those unions, got people behind the cameras, and got people in the entry level into the agencies and managers.
Right. Right. Right.
So when those weblets came, those the
The
CW and
CW,
WPF,
yes,
and
yes.
they needed all
Right.
kind of content,
Pen.
those people were coming up in those agencies. They needed something to sell to make their name.
Right.
Comedy Act opened up and became a pool that they could go to on
Yes.
their way home and
Right.
find these young people who hadn't had any exposure. And so all of those, Martin, and Keenan and those guys were producing
Yes.
on their own, but Robin,
Robin Williams. It was a whole slew.
Spoon,
Ricky Harris,
all of them
Louis Dix. It was a whole bunch of guys
came
down
out
there.
of there,
Mhm.
and
Yes.
and
Yep.
we got children. And at the same time in New York, I think it was Bob Summer who was doing the same thing, uh,
Peppermint Lounge.
and got the Apollo on and
Right.
those shows. So there was this big explosion. It was all this groundwork had been laid,
Mhm.
and people wouldn't. We're so used to uh, not really getting into the context, and so they don't understand all the building blocks. And you just know there's a lot of black comics at the Comedy Act. Well, they got there. Let me explain to you how they got there. So
Right.
where did you start?
Well, actually, I started doing a stand up in DC before I left Howard University. I worked at the Comedy Cafe on K Street and Garvin's and some of those places on the East Coast. But eventually, I left DC after I did a competition. It was the Triples nightclub
Okay.
comedy talent showcase, right? And so I actually competed against Tommy Davidson and this guy named Craig Frazier, who was my comedy partner for a second, but he ended up breaking away using some of my jokes to beat me at a competition. and,
I got a feeling you're still a little salty about that.
you know what? I'm not salty. You know what? It was a learning experience. Sometimes you can't work with some Negroes.
Uh-uh.
But
They
you know
ain't gotta
what?
be
You gotta
Negroes.
get out on your own. Sometimes
They
you
ain't
gotta
gotta
break
be
away.
Negroes.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a whole
It
lot of
ain't just
people.
Negroes. No.
Yeah, they.
But eventually I left. We competed. Of course, Tommy won. Yeah, okay. So we cut to I come out to LA, start working around town. And one of the first people I met was our mutual friend Brad Sanders.
Okay.
He used to do writing for Tom Joyner's On the Move show, which was
Yes.
a Saturday morning radio countdown, musical countdown show. And he had bits and stuff and we would go and write these comedy bits over in Santa Monica. And I had no car when I first got here, so I had to catch the bus
Okay.
to Santa Monica to get that little $65 check.
Okay. You ain't said nothing.
And you know what? It's so funny. I was performing with Kim Whitley a couple of weeks ago in Vegas. She's doing her
Mhm.
show for Linnell at Jimmy Kimmel's, and Tom Joyner was in the audience, and he came
Okay.
through, man. And oh man, it was like nostalgia seeing him. And I'm telling you, Tom Joyner is the flyest wheelchair bound Negro I've ever met in my life.
Yeah. You
he
know how
had on he had on a Gucci He had on a Gucci jacket and had a Louis Vuitton seat cover for his wheelchair.
All right.
Tom Jordan is still
tricked out.
man. He's still the fly jock in many different ways, man. But
you know how you got that name, right?
Yeah, he used to fly from. This is one of the craziest things I'd ever seen. Tom used to fly from Chicago to Dallas and do radio shows on both days in 2 different cities, and
in the same day.
And the same day,
every
he would
day.
like every day for like he did it for like 2 years, and he became the fly jack because he would do mornings in DC. I think it was mornings in Dallas, and then the afternoons in Chicago, and then he'd fly back home and do the mornings. Yeah. So he was the fly jock, man, and
he also employed a lot of black.
Oh my God!
Especially through Brad
Sanders,
It's Your World.
Brad Sanders, It's Your World. Yes, and
the other on the phone with Tyrone, and
yes, on the phone with Tyrone. Exactly.
Jetta Jones came out of there.
Jetta, Myra, Myra J, Wanda White, Brandon Boland. I could just keep going on and on and on with all the people. Rusty Condiff used to write. Tommy Davidson used to do bits on Joe Torre. We all did.
I got to stop you because I got a bone to pick with you.
Oh, really?
I saw you on the internet.
Okay.
Driving Kim to Vegas. And you would not stop and get my girl no donuts. And I just want to know why you dogged her out like that.
Okay. Look, first of all, Kim changed the plan. We were not going to stop, right? Going because she wanted to get there and check in. So we were because I do the little pink. There's a place called Pink Box or whatever it is off the freeway. They had the best donuts in the world, and I hope I get you a sponsor. Pink Box donuts are the most incredible thing you've ever had in you've ever eaten. I won't say in your mouth. That's enough.
Okay, well, yeah.
Anyway. Pink Box. We were going to stop there on the way back home, but Kim decided she wanted to leave right after the show because she had car issues, and she wanted to get home and take care of her car. So we didn't stop. We left right after the show. We finished the show on Monday night and we got on the road. So the place was closed.
But no. You were singing about big backs and you wasn't going to let no big backs have no donuts. You wasn't going to stop. I want to know why you had to dog my friend out like that. Look at my friend. I'm wearing it on my chest. And
because
you would deny her a donut?
Listen, I was going to get donuts from the Pink Box, but the place was closed. She didn't want to go to Krispy Kreme. There's a Krispy Kreme. I wanted to go to Krispy Kreme and White Castle, but they didn't want to do that. No, everybody wants to try and eat healthy, and Kim's trying not to do it. It was all a bunch of beer. Kim could have had donuts because I'm always down for the donut. Okay, I'm down.
Well, I know I'm gonna try. I hope we have that video so we can play it.
Oh, you gotta play it.
Yeah.
Big bag.
How you dogged everybody in the car. Andre in the car, right? Who else was in the car?
Andre and her friend Devin. Devin, Kim, and Andre. We were all in the car. I just happened to be driving, and we were gonna have our big back moment for some donuts. Big back, eating donuts on the way to Vegas. I mean, when we come back gon' swell up all with my feet and the fat. Big back. Donuts all in the case, glazy chocolate too. I'm here on them donuts, even them little mini ones too. Big back. And it's real close to Krispy Kreme.
Oh my God. Y'all, we're going to be at Jimmy Kimmel tonight and tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday. Everybody performing. Big back. And big back.
Bring your big back. Big back. The bigger the better. The bigger the better. The bigger the better. Listen, Kim.
No, it's over. It's over.
All right. Well, I just wanted to clear that up.
No, it's clear. Kim screwed that up. That's on Kim. It's her fault.
You're gonna start you done started the fight. But anyway, I'm glad you came. I could talk to you for a long, long time. What you got coming up?
You know what? I'm excited. I just there's an episode right now of mine on the Ep3, which is running on Netflix in season 6. I also just finished a movie with my good friend Kevin Grievous, and people don't know, they know the name, but they don't know he's actually the author and the creator of the Underworld series with the vampires and the werewolves. He actually created that comic book, and that's his series. He also wrote the movie I, Frankenstein, and he's been he's prolific in the that comic book Marvel world. Right. And he and I went to school together at Howard. So he just put me in a new movie he did called War Dogs, which will be coming out soon. And I'm working on an animation with our good friend Edwanda White. She's got a project that we're working on that I'm very, very excited about. And I'm not at liberty to give any information yet because they got it on. But when I come back to promote it, this will be a perfect spot to promote this animation thing that I'm doing. So I'm busy. I'm
looking forward to it. And before we let you go, I want you to meet my sons.
Okay.
Because they always have questions for those of us who have little gray.
Your babies. Okay, I'm gonna talk to your babies.
Okay. So my first, my oldest is he's the one who looks most like me, and we have he takes after me. And I'm gonna play a little video.
Okay.
And then you're gonna meet my son, Stephen Roberts.
Oh Lord. Help me, Lord.
Roll the tape.
Hi, excuse me, can you do me a favor, please? Can you please not listen to TV or music on your phone in the public bathroom? We don't want to hear it. Could you please? We'd really appreciate that. I don't know what that music is. I've never heard it before. I'm not interested in hearing it while I'm taking a dump. Do you mind? That would be really nice of you not to talk to your family on the phone while you're in a bathroom stall in a public restroom. Don't you think that's kind of crass and rude? Don't you think other people don't want to hear what you have to say to your cousin's baby mama while you're on the can? We'd really appreciate it if you just be quiet or use an earbud or something, or, wait till you're out in the lobby, or at least, don't put it on speakerphone. I don't understand why people talk to their kids on a speakerphone on the toilet in the bathroom. Why do you do that? That's gross. And I don't want to hear Steve Harvey Family Feud while you're on the can. I don't even like that show very much. So could you please not do that? At least if you're going to do something, play some music we all appreciate, which, by the way, nobody is alike, so nobody should be playing music. Stop it. It's gross. I don't like it. Nobody else does. You're selfish. Goodbye.
All right, Steven. How you doing?
Here I am.
Oh my God! This your baby?
Don't he look like
Lord have mercy.
A little bit like.
What do you mean, Lord have mercy? What are you implying?
He'd expected you to be taller.
Some mixed genes.
He thought you'd be a little taller. But
I thought you'd be a little taller.
Yeah. But now that we have you here, we're gonna hold your voice for a minute.
Number one, son.
Complete this family time.
All right.
Congregation, and I want you to get to know my baby boy, my problem child.
Oh, the problem
Skillz
child.
Hudson.
Nice to meet you, Steven.
Roll the tape.
Thank you.
What up, fam? I'm Skillz from the street here. As you can see, as we zoom in, you can tell the man is in the crack of his ass. He's scratching. He's scratching in the middle of his ass because it itches there. Nothing to see here. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Oh, my God. Oh, sulfur and hot sauce? Oh.
All right, Skillz. Do you know, buddy?
Speaking of problem child.
I told you.
What up, Famo?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up? Mr.
Y'all know each other?
Louis.
Hey, Skillz.
Hilarious,
Skillz,
brother.
I'm gonna tell you how the kids do you. The kids will take you.
They ain't
You
paying
don't have
no
to be that
attention.
close to the camera.
Yes, yes.
He
B.
does.
Lou.
He can't see. It's all right.
Who can't see?
You.
Obviously,
Oh,
but you
yeah.
got it.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, that's better.
All right. So now, do either of you have a question
Yes, of
for
course.
our
Yes.
esteemed guest
Mm-hmm.
or
Go ahead,
Yes, I
Skillz.
do. Yes. My question, B. Lou, is what is your dream role?
Dream role. Oh, that is a great question. What is my dream role? I think the dream role is not necessarily working with someone or some particular project in general. You know what the dream role is? The dream role is the role that catapults your career to that area where you're always going to work. You find that role where it's that thing where you there was a moment on screen where you popped and everyone went, that's the dude I need for this, or I become that person that did that. And so that dream role is the one role that moves you to continually working status, and that means around every genre. So you can work as a stand-up, you can do TV, you can do some film because of that one thing. And everybody has a moment. Everybody has that role in their career where there was something that catapulted you forward. And so I'm looking for that role that continues to keep me working.
Flip Wilson's was the devil made me buy this dress.
Yes.
And he, even though he had a TV show before that, when he played Geraldine, because before that, Geraldine was just his generic female voice. She didn't have a name. And the devil made me on his show. It was the first sketch on his TV show, and it was a curse because after that he had to continue to do Geraldine.
Right.
So that gig that you talk about, it only takes one. It only takes one gig. And that gig might come at the beginning of your career, the first time you go on stage, or it might not come until you're damn near on your deathbed.
That's true, and you just hope it's not like a role like I did in this one movie where I played a cadaver. You don't want to be the dead dude.
Well, you don't have to do much. You just
you just
Weekend at Bernie's.
I'm always in a casket.
Weekend at Bernie.
Weekend at Bernie's. Nobody had heard of Bernie until he did that role.
And he was a character actor who had been working forever.
Ever.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. You don't want to necessarily be a cadaver. That's all,
Right.
Like remember the unknown comic Marty?
Yeah, I met
Murray
you
Langston.
You want to do something, but you got a bag on your head. So he
Now here again, when you're old, you know that Murray Langston
was
in a comedy
hilarious.
team. Was in a comedy team with Freeman. King.
Yes,
So
yes.
it was Freeman and Murray.
Freeman and Murray.
He
That's
went
right.
on to. He played a lot of. He was Freeman King. He did a lot of roles in the 70s, and then Murray found the bag, and that was
on the Gone Show. When I tell you he used to kill me.
So, Stephen, do you have a question? Comment?
I do have a question for Buddy. So, you need a little background for this. So, I'm commonly in the car with Marsha. I hear a lot of feedback about the music that I select in my car. One time, my husband went to go pick her up, and because he knows that she loves Smokey Robinson, and because he knows that she feels certain ways about the music we play in our car, on Spotify, he selected Smokey Robinson Radio. if I was coming to the airport to pick you up, what song or what person should I put in for the radio for Spotify?
Big bag, big bag, big bag.
Ah, big bag, big bag, big bag, big bag. That's a very good question. What is my Spotify station? Okay, now I'm going to say right off the top, you would think because I'm from Gary, Indiana, I would say Michael Jackson. And that would be a good one, but I'm gonna have to go Prince I'm a diehard Prince fan. I mean, his music is just incredible to me. I think he's one of the greatest. I can listen to his music all day. Now, that's person, but if you said group, it's gonna be Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I knew it. I knew it. I should have written it down. I knew you were going to say that.
Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yes. Yeah. Hey.
Well, they have Chicago roots too.
My life, body up. You know, because of that song, body up, body up, body
Well, you know, like I said, we can keep playing this all the time, but I want to ask you all, since I have you together here, stay with me now.
Okay.
Can you see this man with this beard and whatever playing David Alan Grier's brother?
For sure.
You know what? I'm gonna speak that into existence, man.
All right.
You know what? Me and David Alan Grier have run across each other a few times. Very talented guy. It would
funny
be
as hell.
Incredible honor, you know, to work in a movie or a scene with him. He would be great.
I think it would be it's a shoe-in. It's something we ought to, and you know, I want my cut. So thank you so much for joining us. And at the twice, you know, we had to do it. Had 2 tries, 2 bites of this apple to make this thing happen.
Listen, and I'm coming back, like I said, when I do my animation.
All right.
Because this when I tell you about it, Marsha, you're gonna be like, oh, buddy, please come back, because it fits the whole genre that we're in right now. Plus, I'm headed out to I'm gonna start going back to church. I'm going to the AME church because they brought the Proud Boys emblem.
Oh,
you know they own the Proud Boys emblem. So I'm gonna go join the AME church so that I can get on the board and see how we're gonna use the Proud Boy emblem with the church. You know, I'm gonna find us a way to, you know.
I say burn it. Just burn it.
I think we should serve Proud Boy chicken dinners. And
lynch that motherfucker down. Hang it from a tree, burn it.
We gonna have a Proud Boy. We gonna have a Proud Boy HBCU.
Right. Come with a brown sheet
program brought to you by the Proud Boys.
They can have it
with Black
Jesus. So much.
With Black baby Jesus.
You know, ain't no black. Anyway, don't get me started on Black White Jesus. Anyway, that's his own show.
It must be nobody sleeping at your house, buddy. You loud as hell.
I don't give a. Hey, I wake up the neighbors.
I pay the rent here.
And I pay that damn right, and too much. Rent's too damn high.
Anyway, thank you for joining us. Come back again anytime. I won't bring donuts next time, okay?
You know what, Marsha? You know what I'm gonna do the next time I come? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ship you the donuts first.
Okay.
So we'll have the same donuts.
I like them apple fritters.
You like apple fritters?
Yeah, I like them big fat apple fritters.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love that place, Pink Box, because they got an apple fritter that's out this world.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, I'm gonna so the next time I come, I'm gonna have them ordered and sent to you, so we'll eat our apple fritter together.
Bet.
Okay.
Bet. That's a promise. So
and you can share with the boys too.
All right. And if you ever hear any noise, it's just me and these boys. Thank you. Come back again. We love you.
Coming.
All the best.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh, wow. Well, I follow you. I follow Randy Rainbow. I love Randy Rainbow. I follow a lot of I follow so many people I can't even name. Like I follow NPR, the news. I follow Brute, BRUT. You ever look at that? Brute News. I watch a lot of news online. New York
Yeah.
Times. I read the New Yorker on social media. And then a lot of just my friends, and then a lot of stuff that I'd rather not talk about.
Okay, well, that's the part we want to hear.
Oh,
Anyways,
boys who
Skillz.
are almost naked, basically,
Almost. What fun
because
is
you
that?
can't be naked on Instagram.
Oh, well,
Totally.
there are other sites.
Well, that's none of your business.
Well, it's not like I don't know. Anyway, Skillz, baby, who do you follow?
Well, I follow, but I don't be remembering people's names. You know what I'm saying? But I follow a lot of people that make me laugh, and especially like on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm just like for information, you and DL, I'll be on DL page a lot. But other than that, is TikTok. I'm TikTok heavy with a lot of the just like I like a lot of the transition videos that this I can't think of the guy name, but he's real good with it. And then a lot of the cooking videos that for plant-based food, I watch a lot of those, and I'm learning like to do YouTube yoga.
Okay,
Who do
now
you who do you
I
do
would
who do you do yoga with on YouTube?
I would never have thought that was his
Huh?
group of people to follow. I
Who do
never
you
would have
follow on YouTube for the
thought that.
yoga skills? Who do you follow
I don't
on
remember
YouTube for
names. I
yoga?
told you, listen.
He don't know.
Oh,
He don't know, honey. That's what that means. He's trying to tell you he don't know.
Charlie Follows. You should follow her. She's great. Her last name is Follows. Charlie Follows. You would like
That
her.
was
She's great. I do yoga
clever.
on YouTube too.
Charlie follows.
Uh-huh.
I don't do yoga nowhere. When I'm
I'm not gonna
online,
remember that.
I'm
You got to text me.
following
I'm not gonna remember. Charlie follows. Charlie
people
follows.
like Dara Star Tucker and I can't think of the lady's name who says everybody's so creative. I watch a lot of haircut videos. I don't know why. I find them fascinating. And those makeovers where they take women where their hair be sticking all out and they don't have no makeup on or nothing. And then the guy gets behind them and turns them into like beauty queens. I love that shit. Uh,
Yeah,
and a lot of political uh, people who stay up and are brilliant, and especially the ones who are sassy with it. Just and I'd like to have them on with us. You know, we've had internet creator, TikTok creators, and there are more that I'd really love to sit down and talk to too, because they're that's the way to stay engaged. That's the way for us to really
Yeah,
share
I would like that.
information is
That
to
guy.
share
I
these
can't think of his
people
name. The guy, subconscious something with the one with the dreads.
consciously,
Con- I think yeah, it is
consciously.
conscious. Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of them. There's Fatal Pros, and uh, I wish I could think of them right now, but there are so many of them who I just think are brilliant. Mr. Krim is from Chicago, and he teaches history, and is a guy. Tad Sturmer is a public historian who has a lot of videos about correcting the patriot myth, that the American myth that we all are beholden to is basically all made up out of whole cloth, just like George Washington and the cherry tree. Skills, where you going?
That's Jamaica. I'm taking
Why? Because they got weed?
yes, and yes. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go out there, and it's it's a part of Africa, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway,
Jamaica's
I'm
in the Caribbean.
now, but see, Caribbean. I'm I feel that I have Caribbean style like
Dread,
vibes,
chest dread hair?
huh?
You got chest dreads?
Yes. Imagine my chest hairs. Come here, boy. Let me. I mean, he wouldn't be saying it, but
You're anticipating a lifestyle change. Is that what you're saying?
Oh yes, because then I could just smoke
Uh-huh.
and eat good. I wouldn't. I'll be eating a lot of plants, a lot more
Uh-huh.
plants out there.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing. Uh, Stephen,
You get
they're
those
coming
chest
for the
hairs
You ain't asked
braided.
gays.
me what I would pack.
Yes, what would you pack?
Blunt.
You're gonna take blunts to Jamaica.
Yes, because they probably just got leaves out there. They a lot of Jamaicans they smoke those Fanta leaves, those long, you know what I'm saying, leaves. I
Have
gotta
you
have
ever
swishes.
you ever
They
smoked
probably don't have.
with somebody from Jamaica?
Yes, and for one thing, I don't like smoking with cats from Jamaica because there's always a lot of resin on the joints, and you know what I'm saying. And they make fat joints, and now y'all got all this goddamn. You got this, you know, radioactive brown juice looking like the joint is boo booing on itself.
I am so sorry I asked that question. Uh, Stephen,
What?
Stephen, hi, honey. Stephen,
Hi.
they're
What?
coming after the gays.
Yeah, well,
They're
here's
coming
what we're
after
going to
the
do.
gays.
We're just going to take advantage of the laws, the new laws and all the liberal laws that they've passed. I'm going to go and buy a bunch of guns. And
Ah,
I'm going to dare them to come and get me. I'll shoot you with the very laws that you tried to kill me with. Go for
okay.
it.
Okay, all right. You
I'm
ain't gonna
taking
hit nobody.
I'm going to
pink
become
and
I'm going to
I think pink and rainbow guns with phallic
He's making
ends.
fun of my tremors. He's
With the
making
phallic
fun of
ends would be a nice merch
Stand still.
opportunity. You
that way
could
I would not miss. I wouldn't miss at all. I would just spray everything.
You can shoot
if it
everybody.
vibrates the lesbians will sell it for you.
Oh, very good.
There you go. We like shit that
Don't go
vibrates
over fucking with him. He's shooting everybody.
with cordial juice.
Be like,
Anyway,
my family be like, oh, he's got a gun.
squirt. Ah. Okay. I don't know. When they start rounding up gays and women and stuff, they'll probably have special accommodations for old people. So I would just probably try to use as much of my old people privilege by playing feeble to get
Play what?
information and
Oh,
See, here's the
feeble.
thing
subvert the thing.
is Joseph and I would load up the car and come and get you two and your wife and your spouses, and we would hightail it to Canada. We would just go because I have a friend who has already said, come here. We would just
Yeah,
all go to Canada.
I would go on my way to
I'm
Africa.
sorry, Stephen. We going. We got to go somewhere with more black people. I need to
No,
go.
we're going to Africa. That's just going to be a stopover.
There's all
We're
kinds of
going,
Jamaicans in Canada.
there are a lot of black escaped
I don't want no
enslaved black
Jamaican egg.
people who went
You're
to
the one who
Canada.
said it.
I know, but I said I want no Jamaican egg. Canada
Oh,
Jamaicans.
Jamaica.
Oh, Jamaica A.
Jamaican egg.
Okay,
Jack egg.
Aren't you
What you
glad
say?
you
we
asked
are
these
all
questions, Mom?
truthfully.
Truthfully, what?
Of course, I love picking around in y'all's mind. We're going to be working together. Correct.
Correct.
We're going to be at the Ice House in Pasadena on February 15th at 7:45, and we are bringing the Midnight in the Marshaverse Book of Marsha uh, show to Los Angeles, and we're going to donate my proceeds to Letters from Altadena. Uh, they're part of the Letters for Santa charity that started in Chicago, and where people write in and they provide Christmas presents for people who need help. Uh, and they started a separate Letters from Altadena for people who need help to get assistance directly without going through a lot of the other kind of rigmarole and stuff. And so I'm going to donate my salary, and I hope anybody who else wants to make a donation, if you can make it online, if you want to hashtag uh, the Ice House or me or Marshaverse or whatever, you can do that. If not, you make a donation in your name. I don't care. I'm not in it for the glory. I'm just in it to hopefully help some people who need help right now. But if you really want to help and you want to get your money's worth, come see us. The more of you who come see us, the more we can give. And a lot of people, my sons will attest to this and call me out if I'm lying. A lot of people don't see me doing stand up online a lot because I'm old school and we didn't give away our material online all the time. And I didn't ever want to get good at, hey, how you doing? Where are you from? I have more better use of my time on stage than that for me. Other people are wonderful at it, and that's what they do. But so I don't have a big online presence with my stand up, but I'm pretty damn good at what I do. And if you want to know, the way to find out is come see me. And if you don't like it, don't come back. It's a real simple thing. But
But if you
even
buy
if
a
you
ticket,
don't,
it goes to a good cause.
yeah, even if you don't like it, you will stop putting the penis knob in the camera skills.
Huh?
Um, you just like it's like this penis knob moving in and out of the frame. Just stop it.
It's not
Anyway,
a penis knob.
but
Not a
if
penis
you
knob.
come to the show, I'm pretty sure you'll like it. I hope you'll like it, and you get to see why I treat this stand up of mine like it's special, because I think it is. Anyway, once again, we have gotten through another recording of Midnight in the Marshaverse. Hopefully, we've made you laugh, made you think, made you.
Yeah, he's your problem child. He's your problem child.
And he's not the gay one.
No.
No.
No, that's eating
And
an apple.
Oh,
that
is
ain't
it?
what that looked like.
Turn on the side.
How else and I'm not
You
going to
know what I'm
give
saying?
you. I'm not
I ain't
giving
never
you
got my shit
lessons
so like
here
no to the
online.
side like that.
How to eat
That's
a penis. It's not that wasn't on my bingo card. Uh,
Oh my God, how to eat a penis.
with or without mail. Anyway,
Oh,
Gills, where will you be the
I
next
will
week or
be
so?
this weekend, this Saturday, I'll be in Alsop, Illinois at the Doubletree with Marlon Mitchell and Mike Bonner. And then Sunday and Monday, I'll be with Kim Whitley at Jimmy Kimmel's here in Vegas. And then
Okay.
us next Saturday at the Ice House.
Take him a donut.
I'll take him a donut.
that's a
Yes.
good idea.
Take him a donut on me.
Okay.
Steven,
I don't know.
where you gonna be?
A real donut?
Where
Did you see the rest of this show? Did you
Oh,
see the
that
show
donut.
we just taped?
Oh, that donut. Okay, yeah, I'll get a donut.
I love you so
Not a
much.
gas station donut, right?
No, a homemade donut. I want you to make a donut, okay? Just for
I don't
Kim.
know how to make donuts.
You're a big old donut.
Okay. Don't take a no donut.
Kiss my
Okay.
donut.
All right. Stephen, where will
Glaze my
you be?
donut.
Oh, now see, I've lost control. I opened the gate
Okay,
and let the demons
I will
in.
be. So 2 weeks ago, I won the Comedy Rumble at Wise Guys. This Friday, February 7th, I will be in the All-Star competition against all the winners. And if you would like to support me, it's at 9 o'clock at Wise Guys Arts District Comedy Rumble. Come and support me and hoot and holler for me. I love that. And then I will be at Laugh Factory in Reno from February 27th to March 2nd. And in between those times, I will be at the Ice House in Pasadena with my two favorite people in the world.
Da, 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 da. Well, thank you all for joining us. And remember what I was talking about earlier. This is not the time to give up, to get despondent, to be quiet, to accept it. You don't have to accept this in advance. A lot of it is bluster and bullying, and the rest of it is incompetence. They're not going to be able to pull off half of the things they want to pull off, especially if you stay loud.
Yep.
And know that on this side of the boomer, generation, we are really, really rooting for you. We have so much faith in these young people. And for me, young is anybody under like 55. So all of you have all of our everything that we have to give you. If there's something you need, don't hesitate. Ask an old person. You might not get the answer the way you think you should. You might get cussed out, but you will get information. And so trust us. We've seen a lot of this before. But what we haven't seen is you. And we haven't seen the wonderful genius ways that you are capable of coming up with to overcome anything. So, no, stay loud, stay engaged, and come see us when you need to laugh. We appreciate you. We love you. Have a drink, have a smile, have a good evening.
She got away, no one can do it like that. Her own style, no one can wear that hat. Hey, don't you know that the queen is back? She's back, she's back. She withstands the test of time. When it comes to strength, she comes to mind. Knock her down, she gets back.